Hello everybody and welcome back. We are at day 3 of the Combat Robotics Brick League, and here is tonight's fight card. Leading off we got Munch taking on Payne. Next we got Junkier versus Brun. Third fight we got Hurt versus Roadkill. And for our main event we got Biscuit and Tugboat. Let's have a look at our first fighters of the night in Munch versus Payne. Let's start off by looking at the hammer saw of Munch. So, Munch is at an 0-2 record right now. Although Munch isn't really in the greatest position right now, those are two really well fought out matches. Munch with the distance in both fights in really close decisions. Munch badly needs to pick up a win here. The playoffs are not too far away at this point. He only has 2 fights left. Payne, on the other hand, is in a much more comfortable position. He's at a 1-1 record, which obviously isn't perfect, but his one lone loss was to Brun, an undefeated robot, and there's no shame in that loss. In his win, Payne destroyed Roadkill, immobilizing it in under a minute if I recall correctly. Payne is the heaviest robot in this competition and is ready for his fight against Munch. Let's head on over to the arena and see what happens next. Here we go. And we're on! Munch spins up, box rushes Payne. That seems to be his strategy. He just runs up to a robot, corners him right in his square, and starts dropping the hammer saw on him like that, taking off chunks of Payne right away, hitting right where those receivers are. That's not good for Payne. That's another one right in those electrics. Munch still pushing Payne. He's gonna have to let go pretty soon, and he does. Payne gets caught again by Munch. Munch drops that weapon again. That was a pretty good hit by Payne. Something flew off of Munch there. Payne shoved Munch into the wall there, but Munch just retaliated, shoved him back. Drops the hammer saw again, right on those receivers. Plugs are going to start to fall off if he keeps hitting him there. A missed shot by Munch. Payne running up, hits that fork on Munch, but Munch drops a spinner right on Payne's disc. Munch tries to hit him again, but he misses. Payne shreds up that tire a bit. Another piece gone from the top of Payne. Munch hits the back of Payne. More parts falling off. Another shot to the back. Munch is just way faster than Payne and taking full advantage of it. Shoving Payne all over the place and just dropping that saw repeatedly over and over and over. Payne shreds up that side of Munch right there. That was a pretty big hit from Payne. Munch on the offensive, pushing Payne into the wall. Is Payne having drive issues? Whoa, that was a big hit. Munch seemed to get a little bit of airtime there. Yeah, that left side on Payne isn't working anymore. It's out. Payne's going to get counted out. Here we go. Payne's just crab walking. It's not enough movement. And Munch is going to just lay off and take the win. And that's it. Munch will pick up his first win. So, Munch started off this fight right on Payne. He box rushed him into the wall and just immediately started winning points right away. Munch just shoved Payne all over, dropped the saw. Felt like he dropped the saw like 30 times that fight. It was non-stop. Payne's gotta have a serious headache after that one. But look at his hit right here. That was a good one. That's my favorite shot of the match. And your winner, by knockout, Munch. After Munch's domination of the first fight, we're going to move on to our second fight of the night between the winless Junkier versus the undefeated Brun. In his fight so far, this green fighting machine hasn't really shown to be too mean. He's done alright in the beginning of his fight against Tugboat, although he ended up losing that one in a decision. In his next fight against Biscuit, he absolutely got bullied around the whole time. But now let's look at Brun. Brun's undefeated. His first win was a judge's decision victory over Munch, and then he absolutely spanked Payne. Payne still red in scars from that fight as Brun looks to take on Junkier. And let's go to the arena and see how this one turns out. Here we go, we're on. Both bots spin up. Brun comes out of the square first. Whoa! There goes Junkier's bar. Oh! The whole right side has just been shredded at Junkier. No! Oh, Junkier's falling apart. No! No! Oh, the motor's just been thrown out of the arena. He's already dead. No! Brun, have some mercy. No! Junkier's just absolutely destroyed. Junkier didn't pull out anything good of that fight. 5 seconds in, he was weaponless, totally defenseless, and Brun just absolutely abused him after that. Brun made soup out of Junkier in that fight. There is just no Junkier left. It's a pile of scrap. Oh man, your winner by a crazy knockout, Brun. With that, we will move on to our third fight of the night between Hurt and Roadkill. Roadkill has been performing very poorly to start off this season. In his most recent fight against Tugboat, he was hit in the back where his electronics lay and he lost power. In his second fight against Payne, at some point he was hit in the wheel and the motor was pulled out of the robot. Roadkill really needs to kick off a first win here against Hurt. If you recall from the first fight card, Hurt was taken out of the arena in the first 10 seconds of his first fight. He never got 1 point of offense in that fight, never did any damage to Biscuit, although he came back in his next fight and won in a close judge's decision to Munch. Let's head on over to the arena and see who could take home a W before we head on to the playoffs. Let the bot battle begin. Both bots spin up, Hurt comes out of the square. A gentle little impact at center. Some parts already off of Roadkill. Some dancing there from Hurt. Look at that. The gyro from his spinner lifting him up off the floor and he spins around on one wheel. Oh! There's a wheel off of Roadkill. Oh! Some hits there from Hurt. Roadkill's done. That's going to be a W for Hurt. Roadkill, once again, disappointing us all. Hurt's going to take the W. The clock hit 0, and it's a knockout victory for Hurt. Look at that victory dance. Look at Hurt go. But I think he just got hurt. That fight did not last too long. Hurt was dancing around the whole time, and he decided to rush Roadkill once, and that ended it. The wheel came out, the motor came out, and Roadkill was done. Hurt just dancing around, celebrating a victory, showing the selection committee that he should be high-seeded in the playoffs. Winning by knockout, Hurt. Those were 3 impressive knockouts in the last 3 fights, so now we take it on to the main event between Biscuit and Tugboat! Let's start off by looking at the more boring of the 2 robots in Biscuit. Biscuit is perhaps at the greatest start at the season of any of the robots in the playing field. Both the robots he's played ended up out of the arena by the end of the fight. They did not last long. Each had no offensive opportunity. Biscuit has just been really impressive in his last 2 showings. But seriously, enough about this robot. Let's go on to the fan favorite that everyone wants to know about, Tugboat! Tugboat absolutely just came out of nowhere. Nobody expected this robot to be where it is. It is at a 2-0 record right now, starting off with a judge decision victory over Junkier, and he then knocked out Roadkill in his next fight. Tugboat is once again the only guest entrant in this competition and has been competing with some of these really well-built robots. Let's see how Tugboat does against the best performing robot so far in Biscuit Head. Let's take it to the box. The main event is on. Tugboat spins up. Biscuit Head slow out of the square. Aw, man, Tugboat already broke the boat. Little hit on the side there by Tugboat. Biscuit Head rushes. Unable to get that flipper going yet. Oh, Tugboat's upside down. But he can still drive. Tugboat's got those big wheels that allow him to still drive while inverted. Biscuit Head on Tugboat. Oh, but he misses the flip. Tugboat's back on his wheels. Hits the side of Biscuit Head. Never hit to the front as Biscuit Head loads up. Good hit by Tugboat. Tugboat being very aggressive so far, despite being flipped upside down. Biscuit Head rushes Tugboat. Whoa, look at that flip! Tugboat almost flew out of the arena. He was high enough, he just didn't go over the wall. And Tugboat again upside down. Biscuit Head misses a flip. Tugboat's still hitting Biscuit Head, even while inverted. That's very impressive. Is Tugboat moving around without even wheels on the ground this time? Oh, he's not moving now. He might start getting counted out. But Biscuit Head puts him back on his wheels. Tugboat's back in this fight, hitting Biscuit Head even more. Tugboat's still hitting Biscuit Head. Oh! Biscuit Head flips Tugboat upside down again. Tugboat desperately trying to get back onto his wheels and get back onto Biscuit Head. Biscuit Head just pinned Tugboat in the corner. Pins him again. Is he going to flip him out? Is he going to be the third robot out of the arena already? Biscuit Head isn't using that flipper. Pushes him out, and then he flips him. Some parts flew off of Tugboat in that exchange, and Tugboat isn't moving. Tugboat is not moving. But we have hit 10 seconds, and this one will go to the distance as we do not have enough time for a countdown. This one isn't really looking good for Tugboat in the decision, as he is absolutely immobile at the end of this fight. Despite Tugboat being very aggressive in that fight, Biscuit Head dominated the match. Tugboat spent much of that fight on his side or upside down, flailing to get back on his wheels. Biscuit Head was all over him, like mosquitoes on a sweaty guy in the summer, on a hot day. If I were a judge, I'd really give this one to Biscuit Head, and the decision winner is Biscuit Head. That was another great day of LEGO robot fighting in the Combat Robotics Brick League. We conclude episode 3, and we will see you at episode 4 next week on the Combat Robotics Brick League. Thank you for tuning in, everyone.